Hello everyone. Oh my gosh, it's 6 o'clock already. Y'all are probably making dinner and I'm just getting home from work. I was in my classroom today. I am putting on a little bit of our product for today with a little dab of peppermint on my lips. You guys have to try that out. It's awesome. This Correct X is amazing for chapped lips. If you have especially little kids who get chapped lips all the time, especially in the winter time, they don't like those lip balms. This is awesome. You can add a little bit of spearmint to it or wild orange, tangerine. It also helps you with fresh breath then too. Okay, woo, my lips are tingling now and they're plumping. Do you see them plump? All right, let's talk a little bit about today's Try It product of Correct X. We are gonna try to convince you to replace this bad boy and Vaseline with Correct X from doTERRA, a natural product that is so much better for you. You guys, there's actually a lack of evidence out there that using Neosporin helps heal wounds any faster than either natural treatment or just letting it heal naturally. And so let's talk a little bit about what's in Neosporin. There are 3 ingredients that are actually antibiotics in petroleum that we're putting on our skin on wounds to help heal our wounds. Now, what happens when we're using this Neosporin that has antibiotics in it, just like you going to the doctor, many of you now are like, yeah, I don't want to go on an antibiotic if I don't have to. Why? Because it kills your gut microbiome, right? It's killing all of your good bacteria in there too that our guts need. The same thing is true when we're using something like Neosporin. Those antibiotics that we're putting onto our skin are actually leading us to resist bacteria, right? And so it's killing our good germs as well, which is why we love this hand sanitizing mist from doTERRA with natural ingredients like On Guard to only kill the bad bacteria and germs on our hands, not the good stuff as well. So when you're using that hand sanitizer in the store, you're killing all of the good and the bad germs on your hands, not just the bad germs. The same is true regarding this Neosporin. There is one ingredient in this called neomycin. Now, neomycin, you can actually pull up reports on this and everything, has been known to have major allergic reactions on the skin. Therefore, some people, when they're using Neosporin, will actually find that their skin is turning red and swelling at the wound site with this Neosporin. And so it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit, right? It just doesn't make sense. That report, actually, a lot of these tips came from the Western Journal of Emergency Medicine. This particular article was from 2012 is when that was. Now, all 3 of these ingredients, these 3 antibiotics, as I said, are put into petroleum. What is petroleum? It's a hormone disruptor, and it can cause lung problems among many other problems as well. And what we're putting it on open wounds does not make sense at all. So let's kick this baby to the curb. It's so funny. I actually found this in my medicine cabinet and the expiration date is 2016. So like years ago, and it's like almost full because we never use it. My Correct X is almost empty. I almost need a new one, right? And so we're gonna replace this. This is a simple, ditch and switch, and we're gonna replace it with this Correct X. So let's talk a little bit about doTERRA's Correct X. What is this all about and why is it better? So our Correct X, we use natural essential oils, of course, that have been tested, that are pure. They are not synthetic. They have not been man-made. These are from plants, from the leaves, from the flowers, from the stems, from the roots. These are pure essential oils that we are using in our products. There also are waxes and oils in here. No petroleum are you going to find in our Correct X. So what are the oils that are in this? We've got frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, melaleuca, which is tea tree, and lavender. You guys, I do not know it all. So I have this handy dandy resource book. If you don't have a resource book, you need to get a resource book using essential oils so that you can look these sorts of things up regarding our products. So I am going to look up frankincense at the very, very beginning, and I'm going to throw out some buzzwords here that are not compliant. I can't do this on any public platform at all whatsoever. We're in a private group, so I can have some frank conversations with you about what these essential oils have been used for in the past that they've had great results for. So frankincense, I'm going to run down the top uses. Cancer, seizures, Alzheimer's, depression, wound healing and wrinkles, scars, stretch marks, sciatica, headaches, immune system, liver detox, immune disorders, warts, congestions, allergies, breast cancer prevention, meditation, and it has an emotional balance of feeling separated, going to feeling unified. That's just frankincense, and that's just a small little handful of what frankincense can be used for. But there is documentation down here below that I'm reading from of actual scientific research that has been done on frankincense, not by doTERRA, but by outside sources. You can pull up PubMed, type in the word frankincense, and find all sorts of great things about what frankincense can be used for. So you need to know how to find these resources. A resource book is one way. The next oil that I said that is in our correct X is Helichrysum. Helichrysum we do have in a roller bottle and also in a tiny little bottle as well. Helichrysum is great for wrinkles and stretch marks, nosebleed, hemorrhaging, scars, wounds, bruising, shock, pain relief, nerve damage, alcohol addictions, psoriasis, skin conditions, varicose veins, tendinitis, sinus congestion, liver, and much more, okay? The next one is cedarwood. You guys, as I'm sharing about these oils, especially those of you who have had essential oils for a long time, drop some of your most frequent uses of these essential oils in the comments so that other people can see what do you use these essential oils for. Cedarwood is great for ADD, ADHD, and low GABA levels. Psoriasis, eczema, calming, anxiety, cough, sinus, stroke, seizures, urinary tract, gum issues, insect repellent, and acne. That's cedarwood, okay? I like to use it for stress in the evening time, so I like to diffuse it. Next one that I'm gonna read about is tea tree. That is in our correct X. They've got this listed under melaleuca. It's the exact same thing. Tea tree is amazing for cut and wound. So if this is something that is frequent in your home, you're gonna wanna get tea tree essential oil along beside this correct X. It is great for cuts and wounds, bacteria, viruses, diarrhea, canker sores, and cold sores, athlete's foot, candida issues, sore throat, tonsillitis, dandruff, lice, ear infections, shock, acne, bronchitis, cold, flu, MRSA, hives, rashes, itchy eyes, cavities, gum disease. You guys, if you don't have essential oils in your home, think of all of the things they could tackle in your home, just one essential oil of tea tree. So much. It's awesome. And then lastly, lavender. As I said the other day, lavender is our Swiss Army knife. Like, it can be used for so many different things, and literally this is just a small little sample of high blood pressure, migraines, headaches, nosebleeds, pink eye, bug bites, hives, cuts, wounds, blisters, colic, upset baby, allergies, hay fever, sunburns, scars, stress, anxiety, teeth grinding, and sleep issues. You guys, again, get a resource book to learn about these essential oils. So those beauties of essential oils are in this correct X, so that when we can apply it, it starts healing our body and the wound in a natural way, right? Using these wonderful essential oils, which our body recognizes instead of these synthetically made things and antibiotics. All right. So I gave you a whole host of fun things that you could use your correct X for. Some of you dropped some ideas as well. I love being able to share with you guys different types of tips and tricks and hacks of using your essential oils in different ways. So one of the things that I want to share with you, I haven't made this too public or well known, but I get my eyebrows microbladed. That has been just probably the past 2-3 years. That's been totally my treat for the year, because it's expensive, but I love it. And so they always hand me a little pack of petroleum to put on my eyebrows as they begin scarring. And I say, no, thank you. And I go to my Correct X instead. So I use a Correct X on my microblading. It's great for tattoos. A lot of places will say, no, don't use those because it's got the essential oils in it. It might draw out the pigmentation. I have never had any problems with it, just me personally. And I know other diamond and above leaders who have used it for that as well. A nostril swab. I want to talk a little bit about that. Joe kind of dropped that little tip. This is one that I like to think about as well of using, because not many people think of that for Correct X. So use a nostril swab. What you're going to do is you're going to get a Q-tip and you're going to put just a little dab on that Q-tip, like less than a dime, okay? Like literally a dab. And then you are going to swab the inside of your nostril. Why? It's going to soothe your nasal membranes. It's going to help reduce nosebleeds. I had a son who had nosebleeds all the time. You know what oil I went to? Helichrysum. You know what's in Correct X? Helichrysum. So absolutely use your Correct X to help that, especially anything that's dried out, right? It cleanses the nasal silica, or cilia, which is the little hairs. And those hairs, what do? They filter foreign particles and allergens. So a lot of doTERRA peeps right now are using them when they go into the airport, when they're around tons of people, so that it coats the inside of your nose to help ward off those allergens and particles. It helps promote a healthy immune response. It helps if you are in a dry climate. Maybe if you still unfortunately have to wear masks during certain times, then you can use this to help so that it's not drying out your nose. I know in the wintertime, sometimes I get that little crack right there. This is perfect for healing of anything that has to deal with that. Again, go back to the hacks and tricks and tips that I've given, but tons of things that you can use with your Correct X instead of this Neosporin that has the antibiotics on it. So y'all need to get Correct X. If you don't have it, comment below that you want to get it and that you need help getting it. So if you don't have your LRP set up, you don't know how to order, we will help you do that. If you are a member and you are already on our loyalty rewards program every month, get your LRP set for August 1st when that sun soothing spray comes out, and then all of these new try-its that you need to either reorder or try for yourself. You guys, I can't wait for you to try doTERRA's Correct X. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow on the last day of Try It Week.